Have you ever wondered what kind of men women are really drawn to? Is it the ones with the sharpest looks, the deepest bank accounts, or the loudest personalities? Or is there something far subtler, something hidden in our psychology that drives attraction? Today, we're diving deep into the truth behind women's preferences in men, exploring not just what turns them on, but what makes them feel truly safe, inspired, and connected. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for the human psychology, so you never miss insights that can change the way you understand yourself and others. At first glance, many men assume confidence and status are the ultimate attractors. And yes, there's some truth to that. Confidence signals competence and stability, but it's only part of the story. Women aren't just looking for someone who stands tall or drives the flashiest car. They're looking for a man who can navigate the complex, often messy, world of human emotions with maturity and intelligence. Emotional intelligence, more than physical appearance, is what truly separates a fleeting crush from long-lasting attraction. Let's start with a story. Imagine a man named Daniel. Daniel wasn't the richest guy in town, nor was he a gym model. But he had an uncanny ability to make people feel understood. At a coffee shop, he noticed a woman looking frustrated while working on her laptop. Instead of ignoring her or trying to impress her with flashy lines, he simply smiled and said, "Tough day?" That small, human gesture opened the door to conversation, empathy, and connection. That's the kind of subtle power that attracts women, and understanding presence combined with quiet confidence. Research in psychology supports this. Studies show that women tend to prefer men who are emotionally aware and capable of empathy. It's not just about being kind, it's about demonstrating that you can read social cues, manage your own emotions, and respond thoughtfully. In other words, the men who make women feel safe, seen, and understood tend to stand out far more than those who rely solely on charm or superficial displays of power. Now, let's address another common misconception: humor. You might think that cracking jokes is the golden ticket to attraction, but it's not just about being funny, it's about timing, intelligence, and connection. Women are drawn to men who can make them laugh in a way that feels effortless and authentic. A man who can share a laugh during stressful or awkward moments shows resilience and emotional stability, two traits that signal reliability and long-term compatibility. Another key factor is ambition, but not ambition alone. It's the balance between drive and humility. Women are often attracted to men who have goals, but they also value the way those goals are pursued. A man obsessed with achievement at the expense of empathy or relationships may initially attract attention, but over time, that imbalance can create tension. The ideal combination is a man who has vision and purpose, yet remains grounded and approachable. Think of someone who dreams big but doesn't forget to ask, "How are you doing today?" Let's talk about authenticity. One of the most overlooked aspects of attraction is how genuine a man is. Women can sense when someone is performing or pretending, and it's a major turn-off. Authenticity isn't just about being honest, it's about being comfortable in your own skin, owning your flaws, and expressing your values without fear. This level of self-acceptance is magnetic because it allows women to drop their own walls and engage in real connection. Interestingly, research in evolutionary psychology suggests that certain traits are consistently appealing across cultures. Traits like confidence, stability, empathy, humor, and authenticity aren't just social constructs, they're deeply wired into human psychology. They signal that a man is capable of providing support, protection, and partnership, which are foundational desires in long-term relationships. But let's not ignore the subtle power of physical cues. Women do notice appearance, but in ways that go beyond superficial looks. Grooming, posture, and the energy you carry communicate confidence and self-respect. A man who maintains his health, stands tall, and moves with purpose is sending signals that his mind and body are aligned, something that resonates at a subconscious level. Now, here's where it gets even more fascinating: women are drawn to men who can handle vulnerability. It sounds counterintuitive, right? Society often tells men that vulnerability is weakness. Yet, the men who can express their fears, admit mistakes, and show genuine emotion are often the most compelling. Why? Because vulnerability demonstrates courage and authenticity. It says, "I'm human, I'm self-aware, and I can connect with you on a deeper level." And deep connection, that's the kind of attraction that lasts beyond initial sparks. Let's explore this through a practical example. Picture a man, Michael, who's on a date. Instead of pretending everything in his life is perfect, he shares a story about a personal failure and what he learned from it. The room doesn't feel awkward, it feels real. The woman across from him senses honesty, self-awareness, and emotional maturity. That's far more attractive than rehearsed lines or bravado. Another psychological principle that plays a role is the balance of challenge and comfort. Women often feel drawn to men who are strong and decisive, yet flexible enough to listen and adapt. It's a push and pull dynamic, where too much neediness or compliance can be off-putting, but too much rigidity can feel intimidating. The men who master this balance create a sense of intrigue, trust, and emotional safety simultaneously. We should also touch on the subtle power of purpose-driven energy. Women are often drawn to men who are passionate about anything. It doesn't have to be career-related. It could be a hobby, a mission, or even a small cause. Passion signals vitality and focus, two qualities that are universally appealing. It demonstrates that a man can invest deeply in life, which often translates to the capacity to invest in relationships as well. So, if you're listening right now and wondering how to become the kind of man who naturally attracts women, it's not about changing who you are. It's about cultivating traits that enhance connection and emotional presence, develop emotional intelligence, practice authentic communication, embrace vulnerability, pursue your passions, and maintain a grounded sense of confidence. Combine that with humor, humility, and genuine care, and you're embodying qualities that women intuitively recognize as desirable. In the end, attraction is a complex, beautiful interplay of biology, psychology, and human experience. Women prefer men who are not just physically appealing or superficially charming, but emotionally intelligent, authentic, purpose-driven, and capable of meaningful connection. And here's the key: these traits aren't reserved for a select few, they can be developed, nurtured, and refined over time. So take a moment to reflect on yourself. Where are you showing confidence, authenticity, and empathy? Where could you grow in emotional intelligence and self-awareness? The path to becoming the kind of man women truly admire isn't a mystery, it's a journey of self-mastery, reflection, and authentic expression. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications for the human psychology. By joining us, you'll discover more secrets of human behavior, psychology, and self-improvement that can transform not only your relationships but your entire life. Remember, understanding attraction isn't just about getting noticed, it's about becoming the best